Hello and welcome to the Salon Scheduler Quick Start video. This video is intended to help you get started really fast, but make sure you watch our other videos that give you a lot of important details. Okay, first thing you want to do to set up the scheduler is actually just set up your Clover for use for your business. Okay, and so everything that you sell, you need to add to your inventory. You can add items to your inventory using the Clover app called Inventory, or you can go to your Clover web dashboard from your laptop or from your iPad, log into it, and you'll see there's an inventory app where you can add inventory. Okay, so let's click on it right there. Let's say I want to make a new item that I sell. And so what you're going to do is you're going to tap on items, add item. And let's say this is a women's pedicure. Okay, so you name the item. This is a fixed price item. You could have chosen variable priced item, but variable priced items, it'll ask you to price at the time of checkout. Okay, and let's say that this women's pedicure is $49.99. Okay, then you tap save. Okay, that's how you create items that you sell. You want to create an inventory item for everything you sell, every product as well as every service. Okay, after you're done with that, you want to organize your items into meaningful categories. Okay, just you got to organize them so that you can be able to find them really quickly. So let's create a new category. We're going to call this category pedicures. Okay, let's say. And see right now it says you don't have any items in this category. You can tap the pencil at the top and you can add items. It shows you all your items you've created. And let's search for the pedicure I just made. Okay, right here it is, women's pedicure. I'll go ahead and add some of the other items I've already made. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm adding these three items to the category called pedicures. There you go. Okay, so now I've got all my items added to the inventory. And I only showed you one, but you could add all of your items. Anything you sell, put it in there. Then into your categories, make your categories that'll make sense for your business and add all your items to the various categories. Like I showed you how to create a category called pedicures, and then I added all the items that were pedicures into that category. Okay. So then after you do that, you've created basically everything you sell. Then you want to create your employees. In the employees app, you would tap this plus right here, and you could add the name of the employee, their nickname, which is really useful, the passcode, which they'll use to log in, and if they're an employee, a manager, or an admin, that's the kind of privileges they have. Okay. Make sure you also give them a valid email. Make sure everything's correct on here, and then you tap save. Okay. When you do so, you'll see all of your employees listed out. You could also create all your employees from your Clover web dashboard, or from you can use the Clover Employees app. So either way, make sure you add all your employees and make sure you add everything you sell. After you do those two steps, you're ready to set up the scheduler. Now, what you're going to do in the scheduler is you're going to tell the scheduler, hey, out of everything that I sell, which items are inventory or which items are services, and hey, out of all the employees that I have, which employees actually schedule services. Okay, those are the two pieces of information you need. Before you do that, we're going to also set up a few other items. Okay, tap the three-line menu on the scheduler, and you're going to tap this option called settings. Okay. Now, once it'll always do an audit when you tap settings. And audits, if you ever make changes to your inventory or your employees, you tap that settings button, and that audit will basically update everything. Okay. First of all, tap on merchant settings and tap on online scheduling. Okay. That's going to give you your online scheduling options. Choose whether your bank accepts Amex or Discover or not. Hard service breaks would be if you want a break that no one else can schedule into online. Employee first booking would be you choose the employee first. The default is the customer would choose the service first. Book ahead hours, that's to prevent people from scheduling if they're like sitting in line and they want to cut in line or something. So if you put a 2, the first slot that would be available would be 2 hours in the future. Book ahead months. Are you requiring a card on hold? Okay, if you choose yes, then we're going to ask for a card on hold from your customers when they schedule online so that you can basically charge them if they're a no-show. Now, you can also choose if you want to charge a deposit at the time of the booking. You would turn that on if at the time they book, you want to charge them a certain amount on their card. Okay. Enable wait list. You can choose yes or no. And usually you want to choose yes. The default deposit charge, okay, this is the charge that will apply to your items when a customer books online. You can later on, you can change this deposit charge for each item if you so choose, okay? But like you can choose it as $50 or you can choose it as 50% either way, or any number, any dollar amount or any percent. A coupon code, you can set a coupon code for like Christmas or something if they schedule online. The scheduling increments, you can choose 1 hour or you can choose 15-minute increments. Usually you want that to be the same as whatever your business chooses. If each employee is gonna have their own specific site, then you can use this to get the links for each employee. That won't work right now because we haven't set up your employees yet, okay? And make sure you set card on hold in Salon if you want the ability to accept a credit card along with an appointment while you're in the salon. Okay. Now there's other features you can set. There's display or control features that will let you, things like enable or prevent double booking, warn about double booking. Your increments that you're using for the salon booking, I just changed it to every 15 minutes. Showing employee numbers, there's just a lot of options here that you can choose. We'll talk about in other videos. Appearance will let you do things like control if you require employee confirmations, the back search. It's just you can just look through these, and there's an explanation on each one. Like use nicknames, we tell you the explanation. And so you can set any of those that you'd like also, okay? Reporting setup, you can do that later on. We'll talk about this in our video for reporting. This is a quick start, so we're not going to go through the details here. And then you can always look at the lab features that we have available. The lab features would include things like if you want to be able to add products to an appointment, okay? So that's the first thing you want to do is on the merchant settings, set that up, okay? After you do that, okay, and I'm going to go ahead and tap exit and save, then tap on service settings. Service is by category, okay? What it's going to show you is all of your service, now you pick the category, let's pick pedicures, okay? What it's going to do is it's going to show you every service you've already set up as well as all the services that are not set up yet. They'll be under non-service items, okay? So right now we have a men's pedicure and a women's pedicure, which are inventory items, but they haven't been set up yet. In other words, the scheduler doesn't know that these two items are services yet. That's why they're under non-service items, okay? Now you could tap on this blue right here. See, it says tap to group change two items. So if you tap this, it would change both these items at the same time, or you can tap on each individual item, okay? So in this case, just for your demo here, I'm gonna tap on men's pedicure. See, it's going to ask you, do you want to recognize as a service? And I'm going to say, yes, recognize as service. When you do so, you can give it a duration. Let's say that this particular service takes 45 minutes. Okay. You can give it a break duration and a finish duration if the service has such. And if you chose the hard service breaks, then no one would schedule in there. But if you didn't choose that, then other customers can book during the break. A display order. This is the order that the service will appear for booking in the salon and as well as for customers who book online. Okay. Add-ons are something we'll talk about in a later video. Is it visible online? Now the section that this appears under online, I'm going to make sure this particular item appears under the pedicure section. Okay. So you can choose the section it appears under. Give it an online description if you'd like. This pedicure is for adult men only, right? So that's just whatever you want to describe your service as, okay? And then hold amount. So you could change the default if you wanted to change it. Otherwise, just leave it as 0. A turn weight, that's we'll talk about that. That's an advanced feature. The commission, this would be the commission that the employees get for this item. It's a default commission. Later on, you can change the commission for this item for each employee. But right now, this would be the default that would be used, for example, anytime you create a new employee. A material cost, if the employee or the owner gets a certain amount for that item before the employee commission kicks in, you can set that. Okay, this would be how to turn it off later on. Okay, after you're done, you just tap done. Save changes. Okay, see now it appears under the service items. I could do the same thing for women's pedicure. Again, I could have tapped this big blue box and everything that's listed under it would change at the same time. Okay. So once you're done with creating your services, you can go back to categories, choose another category, and see this one, we've already created everything as a service item. Now you could tap on that and change some settings if you need to on that. Okay. But regardless, once you've set up all your categories and once you've set up all your services in those categories, then you just want to tap that X. And last thing you're going to do, and we do recommend you do this last when you're doing your initial setup, tap on employee settings. You're going to see a card for each employee that you set up. And what you want to do is turn on the perform services if they perform services in the salon, and turn on bookable online if they're going to be available to book online. Okay. Then you can tap on settings, and you can tap on service times, commissions, and details. We'll show you every service that's turned on for that employee. And you can go in and you can tap on each service, and you can decide if this particular employee offers this particular service or not. And you can customize the service for this employee. So you can give a custom commission for this employee. Okay. If you picked a variable priced item, this service price would be changeable. In other words, you can have a variable priced item that for this particular employee, it costs a particular amount. Okay. Then when you're done, you tap save. If you have a commission that you offer your employees for a product, you would set that right here. Okay. And products would be anything that's not a service. Once you're done with that, then you can tap on settings, and again, you can do this. You can do that for each of your services. Then you can set their weekly schedule. Okay, the weekly schedule mainly applies for booking online. You're basically deciding if they're available on each day of the week, and if there's a break that they have each day of the week. And this is what the online scheduling uses to determine if an employee is available or not. Once you set up the employee, you can also just know there's an alternate weekly schedule. You could say that for a given start date and end date, there's a different schedule that applies for that employee. Okay, that's useful for things like holidays. Okay, and then the last thing you want to do is under settings, just make sure that, by the way, if you have a front desk person that needs to be able to log in but doesn't schedule, you can make their column invisible. So they can log in, but they wouldn't be available to schedule. Okay. Last thing you want to do is phone access. Tap on that. You can decide if this particular employee can see all employees' appointments or only their own appointments. Then you can decide if this particular employee can change their schedules, which includes their time on and off, or if they can't change their schedules, okay, or if they can only change their appointments. And then you can decide last if the remote employee can see customer names and phone number or just their names. Okay, so that's how you would set up each particular employee, and you can go through and do that for each individual employee. Okay, once you've done that, you're done with your setup. You could also go in there and change your reporting setup if you need to under report settings. And this decides if the material cost is given to the employee or the owner, if the cost is applied after the commission or before the commission, if tips are split proportional or evenly. Okay, that's the two options you get if there's multiple employees on a particular appointment. Okay, and there's some other features that we'll talk about in other videos. Okay, now after you're done with this setup, you're going to go ahead and just tap the X. And now you're going to see all your employees across the top, and you're going to see that they're available. And if they're not available, you'll see that it'll just be a big blue area. Okay. Now, let's say you want to make an appointment for an employee. What you would do is you just tap anywhere in the column under the employee, like for Britney Spears, you just tap. Okay. First thing you do is choose the time of the appointment. Let's say it's 4:20 p.m. Okay, and you could choose AM or PM. And instead of August 1st, I actually need to change the date to actually August 10th, let's say. There you go. August 10th, 4:20 p.m. Okay, then you would choose your services that this particular appointment's going to enable. Okay, so this particular appointment is going to be for a men's pedicure and for a children's haircut. I'm going to make the second haircut. I'm going to change the employee. Okay, there. So this is a men's pedicure and a children's haircut. The men's pedicure is being done by Britney Spears and the children's haircut by Frank Sinatra. You could also change other features like the durations, make it parallel if you're going to do a pedicure and manicure at the same time, things like that. Okay. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a customer. You can do a search if the customer is there, or you can tap to add a new customer. Okay, let's say I'm going to choose an existing customer. Then I can set if that particular existing customer prefers a particular stylist. I can add customer information. If I'd chosen to add credit card, that would appear. If you need to, you can just add this appointment on the wait list instead of making this an appointment that's real. If it's on the wait list, it'll appear on the gray in the background, and you can turn it into a real appointment if you need to. Okay, you can add notes for that particular customer, a specific customer note or an appointment note. Okay, and when you're ready, you would basically just tap done, and that would create the appointment. I didn't choose to do so right here, but again, choose your customer. You can add a new customer if you want. Okay, but you would choose a customer for the appointment. You would choose your services for that appointment, and you would choose the date and time for that appointment. You can even change the date again. But after you're done, you tap done, and that's how you make an appointment. Okay. Now let's just look at a previously created appointment because I want to show you what you can do with your appointments. Okay. Let's go to July 29th. Okay. Here's an appointment that was previously created, and you'll see the, as far as their status right here. If they're checked out, that's what you'd see right here. But this icon would be a little envelope that's open, which means that a text message has not been sent out. It'll change to a closed appointment when the text message is sent out. And you'll see the response of the customer to the reminder that was sent out. It'll be an X if they requested a cancel. Okay, and you can decide what to do about that. Or you'll see a little magnifying glass here, which means you can look at the appointment and find out what their response was in particular. Okay. But if you tap on an appointment, you can make any changes that you want to the appointment and tap done. Okay, you can change the services or the date and time and just tap done. If you want to check them out, if you can check them in, or you can check them out. If you want to check out multiple appointments in the same, in the same order, then you can tap this button that says Add to Basket. Okay, and then now let's say I want to check out this other appointment, and see if I tap checkout, then all the appointments that I added are all going to check out at the same time. I'm going to do that. When you tap checkout, what happens is we create a Clover order and we put you on the Clover register. We do this so you can make any adjustments you want. You can offer any discounts. You can use gift cards, whatever you want to do to this order. And then when you're ready to pay, you tap the pay button. And let's say this is a cash and you pay cash. Okay. After you're done with the payment, you tap the done button and will automatically take you back to the register. Okay. So that's how checkout works. Again, you tap on it, you can look at notes, you can delete the appointment, or you can annul the appointment, which means keep the appointment in the book so I can search for it, but otherwise don't make it show up and make that slot available for booking. Okay, you can tap action and collect a deposit if it's cash. If there was a credit card on file, we'd also give you the option to collect a credit card deposit. If you're using a plan that involves Google review requests, you'd be able to text a Google review request to that customer. You can choose which one you want, and then there's some other options available. Okay, we're going to make some other videos that are available. They're actually already available for understanding checkout, for understanding appointments in detail, for reporting, and for working with credit cards, which is very important to your business. Okay, so be sure to watch those. This is just a basic quick start. This is how hopefully it'll get you started. By the way, on this calendar right here, you can search for appointments, okay, right there, or you can print them out. You can search for customers, or you can tap here and you can look at your wait list items that are created there. Okay, you can go to today real quickly. You can go to your block list and add blocked holidays for the business or employee time off. Or if you need to for a particular employee, you can tap on the employee's name at the top, check them out as a walk-in, create a new appointment, or look at this, add, edit, view, add time on or off. What you do using that, what that allows you to do is add a particular, like this employee needs to go to the dentist or is not available for a few days in a row. tap the plus right here, and you can add how many days in a row, as well as the start time and end time of the time off, as well as extra time that they're available to serve time on. Okay, so that's a quick start. Should help you with every feature that we offer. And please watch other videos that'll show you how to get your online scheduling working, and you know, how to use Facebook and Instagram, how to post your link there, how to work with reporting, online scheduling, all those things. Thank you. Have a great day. If you ever need to, one thing we do recommend is tap on this three-line menu right here and tap on the info, help, contact us. And see, there's a quick start. That's our video right there. Well, actually, that's our steps, 1, 2, 3. You can tap text me getting started info. Put in your cell phone number, and we'll send you your merchant token to log into all your devices. We'll also send you other information like your reporting link, so you can look at your reports while you're away, like on your tablet or on your PC. You can also get that same information emailed if you want. If you tap contact us, you'll see the information that'll let you reach out to us and basically leave a message. We'll call you real quick, and that's a good way. If you need training or if you have questions, which we assume you will, please contact us and we'll help you with that. Okay. So this is available to you. Again, use the text me getting started info, and that'll give you the merchant token and other information you need to log in with your remote devices. Okay. Also, if you tap on the view reports, you can view your reports immediately from there. If you tap on the refresh, that's how you can, basically, if you need to, if you add a bunch of customers like all at one time, then you probably want to use this rebuild customers, and that'll get all your customers all imported into your scheduler all at one time, especially if you're starting out, with a brand new install.